More than 3,000 feet above sea level in the North Carolina mountains is Kidd Brewer Stadium, the Rock, home to the Appalachian State Mountaineers, and Boone is ready for this one. Today, a pair of Pac-12 teams getting set to square off in a game that could have season-long implications. As we'll see, the Memphis Tigers taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the offense on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. He'll try the left side. At midfield, he's got room. And they're able to make the tackle. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Rides to the back. And the Mountaineers pick up the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Here's the handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Quick tempo here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Now from inside the red zone. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll give it to the back. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Mountaineers in the hurry up. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Marshall. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive,
he lets one fly deep. And the ball is picked off.
You know, the problem about taking shots against cover 3 is that the corner playing on the outside already has a big cushion against the wide receiver, and he's got his eyes on him, so he can see the football thrown. You've got to be pinpoint accurate. If you're not, it could be an interception, and that's what happened right there.
Running back searching for a hole. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw. It's awesome. Getting some heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. The give to the back. Smashes through. The Mountaineers will move the sticks.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, App State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Memphis picking up the tempo.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. Having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 38, it's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to him again. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
The end of the 3rd quarter. With the score at State 14, Memphis 0.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You can tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. At the 35, he's open. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's awesome. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
They're going back to the ground. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Mountaineers want to move quickly. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
At the 4-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. The give to Mountaineers. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And let's check in with
Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 7 over Army. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Going to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's awesome. Snags it over the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try the run. At the 20, he's got space. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, App State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lang. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
And the Memphis offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he makes the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is
Running toward the tape. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Memphis about to boot it away to start the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. Appalachian State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They open this 3rd quarter on top and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made it.
He's got it down the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the 1st half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. Handoff from the gun.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now, we've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And the punishment has been extended. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Boise State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. To the ground with the back. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. Memphis wants to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Banks. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. From the gun to give, looking for room. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Here comes the offense on second down. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's got it, and they convert. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is, too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
To the air on first down. Looking for the score. And the pass is intercepted. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI. And it'll be first down for this offense. And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He's not going to get it in, and the lead will remain 18 as they were trying to make this a two-possession game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Dropping back, it's awesome. It's complete to the right. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
With the score, App State 38, Memphis 20.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Going to the running game. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Nice move to keep running.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Appalachian State! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The inside handoff. Powers through the defender. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Memphis picking up the tempo. They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And the ball squirted out. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway.
And that pass intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14.
Timeout, Appalachian State.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Ball is loose. It's headed to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At the 15, he's loose. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to
work in those guys and those matchups, favorable for the offense for sure.
To the air. It's awesome. A little screen to the running back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves.
Fires one high and deep. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Boise State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Looking to pass on second down. He's going up top here late in the game. What a snag by the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT, almost put this one away.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.